What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Tar Heel Stacking back with you. Hope everybody's doing well. In today's video, I want to talk about what silver not, or what you should not be stacking if your goal is to just purely stack weight. If you're out here just trying to stack weight and get as much silver as you can, I'm going to talk about some of the things you kind of want to avoid and some of the mistakes that I made along the way that could, potentially help you guys, not only you guys, but, even me talking about it again kind of helps me stay away from it, in the future. So hope y'all enjoy it. If y'all would, consider hitting that like button, hit the subscribe button down below, and let's go ahead and get into it. So, some of the things you want to avoid if you're just purely stacking just to get silver weight, starting out, this is what you want to be stacking, right? If your sole purpose is to just stack for the pure weight of silver, you can never go wrong with some generic silver bullion rounds or bars, whatever you prefer. I definitely like the buffaloes. Filling tubes of buffaloes is definitely, I enjoy doing that. I also enjoy stacking bars, if y'all seen past videos on the channel as well. But generic silver rounds, bars, is most of the time going to be the best way to go. Unless we're in a time like we are right now, when everybody's dogging the hell out of good old 90%, right? The times are so strange right now because everybody and their mama is out here trashing on 90%. And what 90% is, if you don't know, anything pre-1960 or 1964 and before, all of the U.S. change was made out of 90% silver. And right now, again, everybody's dogging it. Everybody's dumping all their 90% and saying 90% is trash, 90% is junk. Nobody needs to buy that. The refiners stopped taking it, so everybody's just going to sell out of it. Nobody wants to buy it. And right now, guys, you can pick up beautiful, sweet 90% for some insane deals. Some of the best deals that I've seen since I've started stacking at the coin show over the past weekend. I mean, they were just selling it dirt cheap. $5 under melt at some of the tables that I went to. I remember when 90% demanded a huge premium over almost anything else back in the day. And just to see how far it's come, or really not come, but see how far it's fallen in people's interest is just amazing to me. So it's like I said in one of my earlier videos, if everybody just wants to keep dumping their 90%, hey, bring it on my way. I'll keep on scooping it up. This is a 40%er right here, actually. 40%. But if everybody wants to keep dumping their 90%, just keep on bringing it my way, and I will gladly keep purchasing it. And I'm going to say this till I'm blue in the face, I 100% think that 90% will make a comeback. Again, I don't know if it's soon, years, I don't know. But if you got a long-term mindset, I really think 90% will make a comeback. But anyway, let's get into some things that you do not want to stack that just commands high premium. So for instance, this right here, Year of the Rooster, this 2017 beautiful round, beautiful piece of silver, Australian Year of the Rooster, right? These things command a heavy ass premium. And if you're stacking purely just for the weight of silver, you do not want to buy this because you're going to be paying, $10, $15 over spot just for something like this at times. And if you ever, you buy them and you ever need to sell it, you're 100% not going to get that premium back when you try to sell it that you paid for it, right? The reason I bought this is my wife, she's into like homesteading and stuff. She does a lot of gardening. She raised chickens. So I can kind of justify my purchase with this because she hatches chickens, raises chickens and stuff like that. So I can justify this piece and some of the other pieces on this table. But this is just for reference. It's like this kind of silver is just not a great investment if you're solely stacking for just weight. And another one would be this Pro Rodeo NFR silver round. And I got this off of SD Bullion a while back. You can kind of see 999. Well, let me see if you can see it a little bit better. 999 fine silver lettering on the side. And this I think was like 59 bucks, right? When silver was I think 50, so there was like a $9 premium on this. Again, I bought this because my wife, she used to barrel race So, I bought this for her so she can kind of enjoy it. So, again, the purchase is kind of justified a little bit, but I would highly not recommend buying this kind of bullion if you're just, if you're new to stacking and trying to build up that, big stack of, your base stack of, I like to go by 100 ounces, stack your first 100 ounces. Then if you want to start venturing into stuff like this, by all means, go ahead, right? Just know when you purchase this stuff that you're not going to get the premium back that you paid for it. And then I got one more piece here that is, I bought this just because it's super cool. So if, you guys know by now, I am from North Carolina. So when I seen this, I really wanted, I just wanted a piece of history. I think if I hold on to this for a long time, later on down the road, this will be worth, it could go up pretty substantially, right? And I just like collecting stuff like this. So a couple years ago, Hurricane Helene swept through and just devastated western North Carolina with the floods. And this piece of silver right here, and ICG certified, they found a safe floating in the floodwaters, or something to that effect, and salvaged these silver eagles out of the floodwaters of Hurricane Helene. And once I seen this, man, I was just like, wow, it's just a cool piece of history, because that really devastated western North Carolina. I have a brother, he lives in Asheville, and they were out of water for 3, 4, 5 months, man. They had to, bring in 5-gallon buckets of water, and it was just a disaster. So many people lost their lives. So I just bought this as a piece of history, and it was just super cool. It's still got the crazy mud on it from the floodwaters. And this is one, like, there's a few of these out here that you can find, but this one just had so much more character than a lot of the other ones I've seen. But again, high premium silver this is, right? I would not recommend buying something like this if you're just trying to stack weight, right? I've seen it, and if you do have that collector edge to you sometimes, and you see stuff like this and you're like me, you're like, well, I want to pick that up because it's cool and it kind of represents something around my area, then by all means do it. But definitely this was a high, about $65 slab here. So, if silver's $50, then $15, $20 premium is pretty hefty. But all in all, I thought that was a cool piece. But anyway, like I said, guys, if you're trying to stack just for weight, please avoid the high premium stuff. And, you don't just have to stack, say, buffaloes, right? When I talk about generic silver, I'm not talking about just the plain Jane, boring-ass buffaloes, right? I'm talking about, so you can see here, this is a mercury dime replica, 1 troy ounce of silver. And this is a silver, a generic, this is considered generic silver. Also, something like this. This is a little bit more vintage, but it is kind of, it would be classified as generic. But this is, a vintage generic silver round as well. And you can also, the American Eagles are going to carry a premium. Ooh, that thing is in rough shape. But you can get Canadian maple leaves for a pretty decent price. Yes, is it the best quality? No, they get kind of milky, as you can see here, and they get kind of iffy at times. All in all, it's 4.9 spine, and they do make some good stuff. I want to try to get my hands on one of those 5-ounce maple leaves. Those things are just absolutely beautiful. But maple leaves are a good option as well, outside of buffaloes. And one last thing I do want to show you guys this. I'm pretty sure I showed you this in my other video. Look at the toning on these. It's in a Morgan. This is like a 1-ounce round Morgan replica. But look at that toning, man. I found these at the coin show last weekend. And golly, man. Just some beautiful stuff. But even these are generic. I bought these at the coin show with this beautiful toning on it for under spot. I bought these for $49.50 at the coin show, right? So it just goes to show the deals are out there to be had, if you want to find them. Just avoid the high premium stuff, because you really do lose a lot of money in the long run if that's all you stack. One more thing I want to add is when it comes to Goldbacks. Now, I kind of like the Goldbacks. Would I recommend buying them? No. Would I recommend just buying gold bullion? Probably. But these are just so cool. The artwork's nice. My wife enjoys the artwork, and she likes looking at these as well. So that's the only reason I've kind of started picking them up, because, if I gotta say, man, I've been trying my damnedest to get my family interested And I'm finally starting to get there, you know, with just, I'm just having to pay a little bit extra for it. And it's kind of a pain in the ass because I'm losing money getting my family interested. But it is what it is, right? So Goldbacks, I mean, they do carry a bit of a premium, especially when you get, you know, to like these $5 Goldbacks. But they do make half Goldbacks, $1 Goldbacks. But you know, I love the artwork in them, and you know, I like collecting one of every state. Hopefully, North Carolina gets one soon. I'll definitely be picking some of those up. But again, if you're stacking purely just for weight, guys, stick to your, you know, generic bullion, your 1 ounce rounds, your 1 ounce bars. And if you want to get real controversial nowadays, fucking stupid, pick you up some 90%. You can never go wrong with 90%. Never. And even if you see these, and these are kind of ugly. Somebody cleaned them. I got a super good deal on them. They're Mercury dimes, and I hate the way these look when they're cleaned. They almost look fake. But I got a good deal on them, so I picked them up. You can see I got quite a few of them sprinkled in here. You can just get outrageous deals on 90% right now, guys, and I would highly recommend, not financial advice, if you have any long-term mindset on silver at all, just buy you some 90%, stick it away, and hopefully later on down the road, you'll be glad you did. Because I truly, truly, truly think it can have a huge, huge comeback in the future. But hope y'all got something out of this, guys. Hit that like button. Consider subscribing. If you have any questions down below, please leave some comments. I'll be glad to help anybody out. If you're new to stacking, leave a comment down below, and welcome to the community. The one thing about the silver and gold stacking communities is there is some great people. Everybody's willing to help you. Don't be afraid to ask if you have a question. There's no dumb question if you don't know the answer to it. The only dumb question is not asking that question, right? The only dumb thing to do is not ask that question. So always reach out. Never feel like you're a burden. Again, at the coin show this past weekend, I was just amazed to see how many people were genuinely out to help one another when they didn't understand something, or trying to help each other get the best deals. Or it's just a beautiful community, and we're all in it. A lot of us anyway. There is some in it for the wrong reasons, but a lot of us are out here in the silver and stacking community for the right reasons. So anyway, guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. We'll see y'all in the next one, and have a happy Thanksgiving.